Informed, outspoken, wild, fearless. This is the Fantasy Football Dudes Podcast.
What is up, my dudes? This is Trent with the Fantasy Football Dudes Podcast, doing a little solo pod here for this nice, warm Monday morning, getting ready for it. Summer is here, full swing, fruits coming off the trees, ready to hit up the lakes, the beaches, the rivers, whatever it is you're into right now, just stay cool. Popsicle season, officially popsicle season. I don't know. I think it's always popsicle season for me. Enough with the popsicle talk, making me want to Haagen-Dazs, even though I know that's not really a popsicle. Today's episode, I'm doing some buys, some holds, some sells, really just buys and holds. Because let's be honest, if you're like me, you got a garage full of stuff. You need to buy, you're either thinking I need to buy more tools or sell more tools. We're all holding more tools. You know what I mean? How many times you're at the store and you buy more Gorilla Glue, more duct tape, and it's like, I already got this. I don't need more. I'm upset. I have trouble looking at duct tape and Gorilla Glue and not buying more. Maybe I'm the one with the problem. I think we need to be less holders in this world and more buyers and more sellers. Nothing wrong with a good, eBay sale, offer up, garage sale. Maybe that's your thing. I think eBay's the way to go, depending how big the thing is. But today's episode, buy, hold, sells. We will get into this right now. I got some buys, I got some holds, and I got some sells. Some guys will be talking about today's episode. I got Christian Olave, David Njoku, Devin Achane, Cooper Kupp, Mike Evans pull, Rachaad White, Kyren Williams or Jahmyr Gibbs, Zack Moss, and some more guys. So hang around. I'm going to try to do this every week to buy, hold, sell, give you something to have Monday morning, get you something on YouTube. Remember, don't be rude. Share the dudes. Really helps us out. And while we're here, guys, just a reminder, today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at the one, the only, the best place to play fantasy football, Sleeper.
Dudes, we get it. Fantasy football is tough. From injuries, lineup decisions, stage fright at the draft. But what shouldn't be tough is the platform you play fantasy football on. Make the best and easiest fantasy football decision today. Text your commissioner right now and demand he takes your league over to Sleeper. From trading rookie draft picks, multi-team trades, a chat, and much more, Sleeper is the ultimate place to play fantasy football. And now Sleeper's offering picks with dynamic payouts, where you can win 100 times your money. They have multiple ways to play and easy research tools right there in the app, so you can make a good decision. Cheer together and watch your contest unfold in real time. All you gotta do is pick a player and choose an over-under. It's that easy, guys. The next easiest part is enter promo code DUDES100 and they will match you up to $100, guys. Come on, what are you waiting for? Take your league to the next level and have some more fun and win some cash along the way. Head over to Sleeper, guys. You won't regret it. I promise.
All right, buy, hold, sell. Starting off here with Christian Olave, guys. He's the primary target in the offense. I really like him. Go-to receiver. We know how Derek Carr can get, how he can just lock on to guys. The only thing is how good is Derek Carr still? Can Derek Carr give him, some good targets? Last year, it was real hit or miss, inconsistent. I'm hoping this offseason, Carr being there for a year, I'm hoping he can get Olave more involved. I had Olave jumping that number one tier last year. It didn't quite happen. So maybe year 3, Christian Olave, huge buy for me right now. Excellent route runner, reliable hands. Carr's just got to get him the ball. That's all it comes down to. Dynasty for sure. I want Christian Olave. You got to buy for this guy. See what you can do to get for him. Maybe someone's in the dumps about Christian Olave. I think you target this guy. Go get him. I'm excited for Christian Olave in redraft too. So I'm Christian Olave. Big smash buy for me right now. And just how good are the targets? Because we know Carr is going to have the targets there. That's for sure. And then I got a nice little poll here. I got a sophomore showdown here, guys. Ran this on X. Got a decent amount of votes on it. So we have, what is the earliest you are willing to draft Devin Achane? 2nd round, 3rd round, 4th round plus. 3rd round, I feel like is kind of like, that's where we start reaching on guys. It's kind of a crapshoot at that point. Earliest I'm taking him is 3rd. I think I'm going to take a wide receiver right there. Just looking at redrafts, I am going to take Devin Achane back end of the 3rd, early 4th is where I'm leaning. And on this poll here, 22% of people said 2nd round. That's a lot of juice. I think you're a little crazy to take Achane in the 2nd round, but the guy's fast. He showed some big play abilities. How I think Achane's going to work this year is I think he's going to be good. I just think Raheem Mostert is going to take a lot of the carries, especially early on the season. As the season goes on, Mostert's a little old. I think Achane will start to eat into more of those carries as the season goes on. But early season, I'm not as excited about him. But I think fourth round, late third, early fourth is the perfect spot. 44% are saying they're taking Devin Achane in the third round. And I think that's where I tend to agree is late third. Next on the list here on buy, sell, trade, I have David Njoku. Okay. Awesome season last year. Really good. It was with Joe Flacco. And I love Joe Flacco. You probably love Joe Flacco too. Who hates Joe Flacco? No one. No one dislikes Joe Flacco. We all want David Njoku to be good. We just don't know how good Deshaun Watson is. Njoku's been inconsistent production despite decent target share. His performances have been up and down just like a yo-yo. He's super frustrating fantasy player. He shows all the tools to be really good. I just don't have any faith in Deshaun Watson. I'm selling Njoku. I don't think I'm drafting him. I think the tight end class is deep. I'd rather get somebody like Jake Ferguson. I'm Dalton Schultz, maybe Trey McBride. I think Njoku's season, Njoku was a league winner this past year. He did really good. He came on fire for fantasy playoffs. I don't think it's going to happen again. I'm not drafting him in redraft, and I'm selling him in Dynasty if I can for whatever I can get almost, because I just don't think, maybe not for whatever I can get, but I don't think the production's going to be there like what we've seen. Deshaun Watson's a shell of himself. I'd capitalize on any trade while he still has that late season appeal where guys are like, oh, look what he did in playoffs. Maybe you can hustle him. You know what I'm saying? But I am definitely not drafting him in redraft. Just too much fluctuating games. That's all it is with David Njoku. Next here, I have another poll here that I want to cover here real quick. I have half point PPR fantasy football poll. Who will have a better fantasy football season? Guys, Kyren Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, a lot of talk about this. 80% of you said Jahmyr Gibbs would have the better fantasy season over Kyren Williams. I think we're a little too scared about Blake Corum right now. I think he's still going to be very good. David Montgomery's still there. I think these guys are kind of in similar positions, okay? Gibbs maybe a little more talented, but I don't think David Montgomery's going anywhere. I am more worried of David Montgomery being a threat to Jahmyr Gibbs than I am of Blake Corum being a threat to Kyren Williams. I'm going to give a slight edge here to Kyren Williams, and both these guys are going to go high in draft boards, guys. But I'm giving the slight edge to Kyren Williams, hoping that McVay sticks with one guy like he's kind of done in the past. Look at all the rushing TDs that David Montgomery had last year. Dan Campbell is, he throws the tight ends in the red zone. He throws, a lot of weapons there in Detroit in the red zone. Not that there's not in LA. LA has a lot too, but I'm going with Kyren Williams here. I could just see Campbell giving the ball to David Montgomery on the goal line again, getting all those rushing touchdowns. So for that point, I have to lean here with Kyren Williams. 80% of you went with Jahmyr Gibbs though. Next on the list, I have Cooper Kupp. Talked a lot about Cooper Kupp. His ADP has really dry. He's like back in second ADP. He's still got elite talent. I know he's aging. He's proven himself as one of the best wide receivers in the league time and time again. We just got to have a little health concern. I know Puka's there. I still think Cooper Kupp is Matt Stafford's guy, and I'm buying Cooper Kupp right now because I think people are worried about Puka. Puka's getting drafted in the first round in these leagues, which I think, in Dynasty, it's the perfect time to buy Cooper Kupp. And I also think Cooper Kupp's going to be a great guy to draft in your redraft leagues too. So I'm going Cooper Kupp. Huge buy right now. I know there's some injury concern, but there's so much upside with this risk. You can trade for him for cheap. You're not going to get a receiver this good like Cooper Kupp. If you're one of those teams making a run in Dynasty for a championship, maybe you can find a team that's won recently or had a good, maybe was a little bit down with Cooper Kupp. I am trading for Cooper Kupp anywhere I can get him. I think he's going to go back to what he was. And Stafford loves him. These guys are in a breakfast club together. They eat breakfast every day. Let's not count that out. I know Puka's really good, but I still think Cooper Kupp is the number one there. And he's going to get tons of targets, guys. He's a target hog, Cooper Kupp. Puka should get Kupp open even more. Next Twitter poll here, I have Mike Evans, Dynasty Dilemma, buy or sell, finishes wide receiver 7 in half point PPR. multiple 100-yard games, and lots of notable touchdowns. Second season with Baker Mayfield, 61.7. For those of you doing math at home, I haven't been throwing the decimals in there. Said buy buy Mike Evans. 38.3% said sell. He's getting up there in age, right? I understand. I am absolutely buying Mike Evans right now in Dynasty, and I'm willing to draft Mike Evans as well. You're not going to get Mike Evans for any cheaper than what you are right now. Sell the old. He's old. He's old. He's aging. Might be a little steep, but I think it's going to be worth it, especially in Dynasty. Maybe throw some picks in there. I would trade a back-end first-round pick for Mike Evans. I would do it. What are the chances? Let's put it right here. Would you rather have Mike Evans or Ladd McConkey in Dynasty football? Ladd's kind of going back in first, early round second in these Dynasty leagues. I think I might rather have Mike Evans, because if you're in the back end of the draft, you can get another surefire guy in Mike Evans. Maybe he gets you another 1 or 2 years. So I am trading that back end first round pick for Mike Evans. I think that's the move right there, guys. So if you won your league last year and you don't have Mike Evans, you can trade that back end pick for someone then you're going to get. And then you might even be able to get someone else in that second round. Maybe Ladd falls. But just look at the back end of that first round Dynasty drafts. That the receivers, it really, like, this is a very deep draft. It's just, would you rather have Mike Evans, who's proven, or an unproven rookie? And I think most of you would agree with me. Mike Evans is that good. Dynasty, we're just, 1 year at a time here. We don't want to wait, especially just one. I think you have a better chance repeating with Mike Evans than getting a rookie. Next on my list here, another Buccaneer. We'll hand it off to Rachaad White. Rachaad White. Rashid. Come on, Trent. Rachaad White. Amazing year last year. But I just feel like this is too much of a committee. I know he showed a lot of promise last year. I know Baker threw him the ball a lot. I'm just uncertain about the usage and if the role will continue to be this good. They just drafted Bucky Irving. We all love Bucky Irving. Everybody wants a friend named Bucky. Why not a running back named Bucky? Bucky's a great name. That movie, Uncle Buck. It's a perfect opportunity to sell Rachaad White. I don't think he repeats on what he has done this past year. I think this is a huge outlier. He was a steal last year. I'm not touching him in redraft, and I think it is time to sell him. But hey, guys, let me know what you think. Give me a follow. Give us a sub. Go to tffdudes at X and at Instagram. See all our latest stuff. Participate in these polls. Really helps. Remember, don't be rude. Share the dudes. Got a couple more here I want to go through. Next on my list, I have Zack Moss. I'm saying buy, guys. Let's buy Zack Moss. He had a really good year last year in Indianapolis. Very good. Maybe you think this is one year wonder. Maybe you're like, Trent, Rachaad White just did 1 year wonder, and you're saying to sell him, but you like Zack Moss. Zack Moss had so much success out of the shotgun running the ball last year for the Colts. A lot of his successful gains came out of the shotgun. He ran really, really well. Where'd he go? He's at the Bengals. They're going to run the ball to shotgun. It's going to be a hot hand approach there with Joe Burrow, but I think this is the perfect spot for a guy who had success in the shotgun. Now is going to a place where he's going to be in the shotgun majority of the time. I'm a huge buy component of Zack Moss, and I think you can get him for very cheap. Maybe you can trade a second round pick, maybe a third round pick. I don't know. Just tell them. I think people are underestimating how good this guy is out of the shotgun. And for that reason alone, I am buying Zack Moss. And hey, guys, thanks for tuning in. Really, it's been fun. Enjoy coming talking some fantasy football with you guys here. Let me know if you like these solo shows I'm doing here. I'll be throwing them on YouTube, throwing them on X, all that good stuff. I just enjoy talking to you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, sub, share. Don't be rude. Share the dudes. And I'm recording this on this Saturday. I'm going to go clean up my garage. I saw how messy my garage was walking through there. And I thought, I got some things I need to buy. I don't got anything I need to buy for my garage. Let me repeat that. It's sell season here, baby. You need some duct tape, give me a call. You need some Gorilla Glue, give me a call. Zip ties, no chance. Unless you got, hey, love my wife, love my kids. Everything else is for sale. We will see you guys on Thursday. Remember, don't be rude. Share the dudes. And as always, take care.
This has been another episode of the Fantasy Football Dudes podcast. Remember to rate, review, and follow. For more information, go to www.thefantasyfootballdudes.com. And remember, we are sorry for absolutely nothing.